believe we're live.
I don't care. Those are the good old days when we had a nice intro to play, when we used to do everything.
Nice way back Wednesday for you.
Yeah, this is way back Wednesday.
Let's check the live so we can make sure Chris didn't fuck it up. Yeah, see, I'm cut off.
What? What are you talking about?
You had me like this.
Well, that's because I'm trying to get the shit that matters in the background. Slide the fuck over! Damn, man! Me. Cut me off. Oh, my bad.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
As you can tell, yeah, look. Terrific. Looks good. You fucking...
It didn't look good. You fucked it up. I was fixing it and you yelled at me for...
See, look, all you had to do is move the fuck over.
What the fuck, Steph? I was fixing it.
Yeah. Thank you, Steph. Thanks for being on my side. Because this guy, you couldn't shimmy. You had to complain about the computer.
No, because you have to constantly adjust it.
We tried calling...
This is my thing.
We tried calling Susie, but she didn't want to answer. So, like, we don't know what the F that's about. You know what? Keep it up. I'm taking your Micah Roker down. All right? I put it up there because I like you.
That's fucked up.
What's going on, everybody?
What up?
How's it going? Happy Wednesday.
Happy hump day?
Yep. Hello. Hi, Marissa. Oh, Marissa's back. Yay. Terry, what's up? Susie,
we're very upset with you right now.
What'd she say? What are you guys?
Sabrina G?
Fuck. That comment might be out of our genre.
Is
generation.
she talking about the Sabrina that we know?
You're talking about... Yeah, wait. Oh, right. Because Sabrina says F a lot. Sabrina
yes.
does curse. You know
Yes.
what? But that's what I love about the woman. She doesn't hide who she is. She gives you the straight talk.
Yes, we did try calling you, Susie.
Yeah, Susie, we tried calling you. You didn't hear it. It's this thing called volume, and you turn it up.
Just gonna sit here and drink my water.
Woo! I'm upset. Where's Gay right now?
He wore this hat specifically for Gay.
I wore this hat for Gay, and she's not even here. I'm kind of... Wait, today's Whiskey Wednesday. Gay might be a little late.
Did Gay? She definitely checked in.
No, she didn't check in yet.
Someone said Whiskey Wednesday. Who said that?
Somebody said Whiskey Wednesday?
Oh, Michelle did.
Oh, Michelle did. Well, that's because they're twinsies.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know? So,
well, see, she said it threw me off because that's like Gay's thing. So I was like, oh, okay. But it makes sense that they're twins. So
if you could you please get a hold of Gay for us, Michelle? That'd be awesome. See, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Get a hold of her. Holler at a girl and get a hold of her. We're missing. There's no Lucy.
Lucy hasn't answered my messages, so I don't know.
Oh,
hey, there's Gay!
Thank you. I did this for you, ma'am.
You gotta say the British accent though.
I don't even know. I'm sure I could pull it off. Yeah, thank you, Casey. I'm sure I could pull it off. I don't know. It's something I can't just be like... I feel like I would start off being Australian before I would go into anything else. I'd be like, put another shrimp on the barbie! And then just be like, I don't know, ahoy, matey! Like, I don't even fucking... What do you do for Brits? Like, you gotta...
It's a fucking pirate!
No, like, they talk like this all the fucking time, and like their mouths barely move, except for... I wish Lucy was here, because I'm about to tear her apart.
Of course we miss you, Steph.
Yeah, like, come on. What do you mean? I tag you every week, Steph, and you never show. So, like, come on. You don't miss us. That's what it is. Because you get tagged all the time.
We want to try calling Susie?
You know what?
This tension.
I'm throwing down. Tonight's the night. British is hard to do. It is, Susie. Thank you. Aussie. Susie, all right, guys, this is what we're going to do. Our guest, who was supposed to be here tonight, had to cancel. He's traveling. He was going to try to do like a phone call or FaceTime, whatever. It didn't work out. which is fine. So what we did was we arranged to talk to Susie Q. For those of you who might not know, Susie used to write for Undead Walking, and you know, so she's got a lot of insight. She's got a lot of connections as far as people who she's written about or maybe have talked to. So yeah, we're gonna Skype with Susie, get her on here, and she's gonna do Q&A with us, so that way you guys get to learn more about us as well. Maybe stuff you already know, might be stuff you don't know. No, you're not the guest the whole time. Just
however long feels comfortable.
Look, yeah. Know? Listen, mi casa, su casa. You want to hang out for 20 minutes and leave? That's fine. That's okay. British is easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
It is when you're born.
It is when you are. It's true.
When that's your native tongue.
Like, you start doing it, and once I hear it, I might be able to pick up on it.
Fuck no.
Why not?
Because I don't do good accents ever. I tried to mimic.
You know what it is?
What accent was it the other day? I tried to do, and it came out as like Mongolian.
Yeah, if we had someone, like, let's say we had like Lucy or Gay speaking, and I heard it, I could go with it. But for me to jump in dry, it would, like, I don't know, like, I'd be all over the place.
Yeah, you never want to jump in dry.
Ryan had to go there. This is a nice family-oriented show.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Is any of our,
there it goes.
What the fuck is any of our podcasts family friendly?
I would like to say that we're pretty moderate. We're not here.
We curse frequently.
We're not here. We're like, yeah, right there. Just above just above. She's
talking about smoking marijuana over here. You know?
Are you accusing me?
No, you're talking about it.
No, I've never touched this stuff in my life.
Okay.
I'm cleaner than a whistle. Susie, answer your damn phone.
Or laptop or computer. Or
you know what I mean. Answer the electronic device that will be coming through. And here we go.
Terry goes, who is Poopy?
Pookie.
Come on, Susie.
The electronic device that will be coming through. You got to turn your volume down.
Okay. Did I do that right?
Yep. I mean, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Is your camera on? Let's give it a sec. Maybe it'll load.
You told me to turn the volume down.
Nope. No, I mean, we can hear you great.
No, I don't know. I can't. No, I'm deaf.
Can you hear us? Hello?
I can only see you. I don't know if you hear me, and I can't hear you.
Wait. Hold on. So you can see us but can't hear us.
I can't hear you. You told me to turn the volume down.
No, turn it up. Turn it up.
Oh, now I can hear you. You told me to turn the volume down.
No. Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm delayed, I think.
There's a delay. Hello?
I can only see you. I don't know if you hear me, and I can't hear. Now I'm hearing myself in past.
Because she has to mute YouTube.
You have to mute YouTube.
You told me to mute YouTube. Okay.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Oh, now I can hear you. You told me to turn the volume down.
Or exit out of YouTube and then load it back up after we hang up.
Okay.
All right.
Just that way we're not hearing the delay.
Your video is turned off.
Now let me see. Okay.
Why can't we see you?
I don't know. Let me think.
Give it a shot.
There should be like 4 buttons on the bottom. Like one looks like a camera, one looks like a microphone, one looks like
a plus, and a phone.
Is there one for like it looks like a camera?
Add participants' audio and video settings.
Do you have a camera on your computer or laptop?
Yes, I do.
There's a picture of like
I know
a blue.
You want to see me.
No, we don't see you at all.
No.
But I know you want to.
Well, I mean, we don't though.
But okay, let's see. This is why you wanted to do it beforehand, huh?
Holy fiery farts from hell! You guys are killing us here. Thanks, Terry.
Thanks,
I
Terry.
think that's a good thing.
You know, speaking of fiery farts from hell, what?
Can I call you?
Proceed.
You know what? Give us a ring. Camera, call us.
Okay.
Okay. I don't even know where I was going with that.
I don't either. That's why I was
just
curious.
said, speaking of fiery farts from hell, so. Oh, Linda's here. Hi, Linda. Real quick. Hopefully before she calls back. If you haven't received your T-shirts yet, please send us a message. I have to go to the post office and find out what's going on. I know there's some people on the East Coast who still haven't, not on the East Coast, but in the States or on the East Coast, who still haven't received
It's
their
where
shirts.
people overseas have gotten theirs before some people in the States, which
Right.
is very weird.
Right, which is really weird. So I know Ashley still hasn't received hers, and she's in Florida, but yet Daphne got hers, and she's in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So I don't know if our stuff was hijacked in the mail, but if you guys haven't received your stuff yet, let us know, and I will go to the post office. I tried to get there today, but they're already closed. So tomorrow, if you haven't received your stuff, DM us. What I'll do is I'll pull your addresses and everything like that, and I don't know. Maybe we can do some investigative work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not on top of it anymore. Oh, that's good. Listen.
Many men, thank you.
You're supposed to call, so I don't even want to
Tiff.
talk to you right now.
What up, Tiff?
You know, like Terry, you're supposed to call too, and you still haven't. There's people who want to know what's going on, but you refuse to Skype us. It's not even fair. Tiff, what's up, my lady? Do what accent? The Aussie one? I can't.
Do it.
I don't even like. That's not a knife. This is a knife. I don't even know. Like, what the fuck? Like.
Oh.
See, but it's a green camera. It's not blue.
Just fuck it.
I'm gonna take. Oh.
Hey. Oh.
Here I am.
Hey.
We're a little. Oh.
Okay.
Hold on.
We're adjusting.
Adjusting.
Well, we're not adjusting.
No. I'm talking about the internet.
It was kind of like it's like going in
It's
and out
like
of pixelation.
pixelated and then whatever.
Oh, okay.
This is what happens when you deal with Skype and the internet and whatever. But we're okay. We're settled in. If we go through like a little freeze, it's okay. We'll just keep going with it.
Oh, perfect.
Hi.
Yeah, I don't know why it was blocked for a second, and the video wasn't available, and then I turned everything off, and I turned it back on, and there it was.
Yeah. We're with Skype. You're kind of dealing with. I feel like you're dealing with outdated technology.
It's yeah.
I mean, it's very effective for the purpose it serves, but I mean,
Yeah.
no, it definitely is.
Yeah. Wait. Where is the gator?
I don't know what Tiff is going off about.
What do you mean? Where's the gator? You want me to? Oh, you want me to wrestle? Like they're having me try to do accents, and it's.
It's hard.
Wait, keep going.
No, I can't do a British accent. It's very hard.
See, she's doing it though, and I'm trying.
Come on, get in the mood, Chris. Come on.
It's not that I gotta get in a mood. I just have to hear it, and then once I hear it, I
Yeah,
get.
but it's very hard. I can't do it.
See, like if I
There's
watch.
vowels and there's soft R's and
Yeah.
easy vowels, and I can't do it.
No.
I need to hear like Games of Thrones, and then I'll be okay. No,
You know
she's
nothing, Jon Snow.
He's gonna do it, and know what I hated about what's her name, the queen there, Cersei, when she would never move her fucking teeth when she spoke. It was like she was just grinding her teeth whenever she would say something, and you'd be like,
Interesting fact about the woman that plays Lena Headey that plays Cersei.
she's covered in tattoos.
No, she has a no nude contract for Game of Thrones, and she has a nude double.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah,
I knew that.
Is she the one that was in the Hunger Games too? I don't watch Game of Thrones, but there was one that was.
No.
I don't think so.
Was in the Mockingjay.
No, I don't think so. She might have been, but I don't think so.
So everyone's so happy.
Head shaved in the Mockingjay.
No, that was Marjorie. That's Marjorie Tyrell you're talking about. That's I forgot her actress's name, but
Yeah, I don't know. There are different British accents.
Linda says she loves you, by the way.
Yeah. You're getting much love right now.
Tiff says we love you.
Everyone's so happy to see you, and everything. So, should I say what do you got for us? Like, what do you want to go with us? Like, what do you want out of this? I know you were talking about questions and all that stuff and everything like that. So, what was your mindset?
I hadn't thought of it. I just thought maybe we could, people could ask you about yourselves as far as like what more personal questions, or if you want to go into just maybe season 8 or some things. I was even thinking like things that like confession type things about like characters or things, not bad confessions, like things like that you think that are unpopular opinions about The Walking Dead. That
okay.
Like things that other people that are that you think that most people don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hadn't thought of it. I just thought you were having me call in to ask you a question. I didn't know that it was going to be a whole big thing. But
well,
I could wing it.
I kind of looped you.
I'm living on the edge now.
I reeled you in.
You did.
I went fishing.
You really did.
Got me a Susie Q.
I can do it. I can wing it.
Yeah, why not? Have a little fun.
Yeah. When did you both watch the very first episode? Did you start from the very beginning?
Absolutely.
Yep.
You did.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Mm.
I didn't even know really what a zombie was. I
Really?
had a friend who told me that I had to watch this, and I was like, what's zombies? I don't want to watch zombies. I don't like horror movies. I don't like anything. And then he said, if you watch the first episode, where am I supposed to look?
Oh no, you can look right at. I'm reading our comments as you're talking. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to be rude.
No. I didn't know if I was looking in the right place.
No, you're
Like,
good.
If I'm looking off to the side, or if I'm supposed to look at my camera, if I'm supposed to look at you guys.
Yeah, look at us, look at the camera, whichever.
Okay. And he said, if you promise me to watch the first full pilot episode, then I'll never bother you again if you say you don't like it. But you have to watch the whole thing and get past the gore, get past that. And obviously I'm still here. So
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That was my first live episode was Suicide King.
Okay.
So I binged all the way till there, and then I had to endure the torture of weekly waiting,
Right.
and then a summer of waiting.
See, I will admit this. I started like in the third, fourth, fifth seasons. I started waiting for the shows to play, and then I'd get like 2 or 3 weeks and then binge 3 shows because, just like you're saying, it sucked. Like I hated waiting. I got that involved where it just sucked. I hated waiting.
Yeah.
Linda says you speak a little bit of French.
Did we? C'est vrai.
Okay. What was she asking though? What did Susie say? I mean, what did Linda want?
Well, okay, I explained that I took French from 6th grade all the way up into my freshman year of college. So I know very little French because
I'm very rusty.
I haven't spoken it in
French in a long time.
In 6 years. And so I just asked her how she was doing. I said, "Comment allez-vous?" And then she started saying, "Très bien, et vous?" I'm not going to continue to say this because Linda's be like, "You're saying it all wrong."
Yeah, I don't. I'm not. Yep.
I don't even know what she.
I'd be lost.
Yeah,
I'd be walking around with my phone, being like, "Translate, please, translate." Everyone.
I understand it a little better than I speak it.
Of course, you always your comprehension, even in your own native language, we always understand more than we can say.
Yeah.
I mean, people use words that we understand that we wouldn't be able to just toss out in regular conversation.
She said that she's happy to be here with all of us.
Yay!
We're happy to have you, Linda. Seriously,
I love you guys.
we're happy to have everybody here.
You guys, I heart everybody. I heart you.
So he's a big teddy
I
bear.
heart you.
Except when he's punching people at work.
Shh. So, all right. So, for everyone who doesn't know, but most people do, you were a writer for Undead Walking.
So once I got into The Walking Dead, I just happened upon Undead Walking, and I used to comment on the articles all the time. And then Adam, who was one of the big writers there and who actually put the site together, said, please write for us, please come write for us. And so eventually I just said, okay, I will. At first I was like, I don't think I can blog because I was afraid, I'm pretty thin skinned. And I was like, people are brutal in their comments to, on blogs and things like that. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And he said, they'll be fine. And that I did. And people weren't there. They weren't like Yahoo commenters that are like, you're a moron, you don't know what you're talking about. They were all very nice commenters pretty much. And even if people disagreed with you, they would do it nicely.
They're polite about it.
I ended up being pretty good at if someone was negative, I just said, thank you for reading. And I was pretty good at not responding in a way that was that got them all worked up or anything like that. And it facilitated more conversation rather than, getting people all, crazy. Yeah. And I loved that. I loved working. I loved doing that. I didn't like this much the news part, which, getting the stories about, what's happening to, this actor's doing this or that kind of, I like more the analyzing the characters or analyzing things like that.
Like the episodes and stuff.
The story stuff. That's where I really liked the writing part. And he hated the social media part. He hated the Twitter part. And I was like, I'll do that for you. And he's like, really? And I said, yeah. And then I just loved doing that. And that's where I kind of took off from there. And then I did that for about 2 years. And we went from when I took it over in about March or April of 2015, maybe, we had 1,000 followers. And when I left after season 7 last year, we had 24,000.
Yeah. Wow. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but it was a while ago. It was probably right after our first year. I don't think Ryan was here yet. Or no, actually you were. I had reached, because you stopped doing this about what? I don't know.
Just right after season 7.
Okay,
just last April. 1 week after season 7 ended.
I remember speaking to, I believe it was you.
It was, I'm sure, me.
Through their Twitter, page on Twitter. And we were supposed to align, we were supposed to have a show with you. Or with someone, I believe, from there. And
it would have been me.
Got the wheels going on and everything like that. And then it just fluttered out. But... I
didn't quit because I didn't like it. It was very time consuming, and at that point, I was
Don't mind me.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was trying to work on myself, and I knew I just wasn't really into fear, and I was moving, and things were just happening for me, and I thought, well, fear is coming up, and I'm going to be tethered to Twitter, and I'm going to be writing about fear, and I'm not really into that. And I just thought it's a good time for me to break. And but I didn't. I still love them. That they're a great site, and it was just a time for me to just break off there.
Oh,
it was nothing. Yeah, it was nothing bad. It just was a good timing. Season 7 had ended, and I just thought don't, from now until October, I just didn't see me spending the whole summer tethered to Twitter and writing about fear, because I just wasn't that into it. So I just thought it was a good time I was trying to lose weight, and was trying to work on myself and do some other things and get into just another area. And it was just a good time for me to switch gears.
Yeah, you wanted to focus on you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you.
I gotta show off my pin that I got from Jeannie and Nick.
And my tag.
I got a little Michonne pin. We got a little care package from Jeannie and Nick the other day. Came home to it for Ryan and I. Yep. Said thank you, obviously, to them on Twitter and everything like that.
Got my girl Maggie.
Yeah, he's got his Maggie. I got my Michonne. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. Make sure I got my Michonne on.
But Undead Walking that it changed my life as far as meeting you guys, meeting people from The Walking Dead, meeting all those. When I got the idea to do the Undead chats on Twitter and just all the people, all of you guys that are probably there typing, that's where I know you from, is from Undead Walking, and from just.
Yeah, I used to love personally. I would read,
the whole Walking Dead community is from.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
And I mean, I would read on the walking whenever you guys would post something.
And he'd always tag me in it too and be like, "Hey, you need to read this."
Yeah,
like,
I would. I'd constantly tag him. Like, check this out. Because you used to do like your top 10 questions with certain people and stuff like that whenever you'd interview them, whatever. And those were fun to kind of like.
Twitter was just fun. I just used to try to find anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to try to find the artists and find jewelry and find products and find like you guys and I just tried to support the whole community.
Right.
And just retweet and post and I used to try to find the walkers' names and the actors' names, just to support everything that went with it, and memes and puzzles and games, and I just thought just to make it, the big Walking Dead sites can't do that. They can't
right.
just play games and answer everybody and tweet to everybody. Yeah. And it was fun to just interact with everybody there. I tried to answer everybody and retweet people and find people and all the other blogs and all the other people that were out there.
Who was your favorite interview? Like the favorite person you got to sit down with, or not sit down with, but to talk to an interview? Because you guys used to do, I guess how did that work when you did it? Was it over the phone
the chat thing?
Yeah.
Those were, mostly I just facilitated. I just let other people ask the questions, and I tried to just retweet, and the people would answer them.
Okay.
So that was nice too. I just, the people got to ask questions, and the are you seeing my hands?
Yeah.
the fans got to ask questions, and then the actor would answer their questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really ask any questions. The people
it was just
did.
the fan base did.
So that was nice. So they would ask questions, and then the actor would answer their questions. And what was really nice too was they would answer. I mean, just like with yours, they would answer everybody's questions. So
right.
that was a way for other people to get their questions answered.
I gotcha.
So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. The one of the and that's that was just a neat experience to have people start to, and I'm sure it's like this for you, so where people were starting to come to you,
right,
saying like, I'd like to do one of these chats. And I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But the coolest person I think I know from the cast, because I haven't met very many people because I'm nervous to meet them, but is Seth.
Okay.
Like you guys said, when I went to Wizard World the first time a couple summers ago when nobody liked him, and he had like nobody in his line.
Yeah.
Because everybody hated him, and I loved him. I loved him from the beginning. I just always did. I just thought he was that it was bad timing because they had just come from Terminus,
right.
and they weren't trusting anybody, and they thought he was, it was just, they thought he was part of who had captured Carol and Daryl, and and it was just very, very bad timing that they just all hated him at first, and he did a bad thing, but it was I just thought that it was bad timing, and then he was afraid of the walkers and things, but so was Herschel, and Herschel put him in the barn, and we loved Herschel from the very beginning.
That's true. That's very true.
He thought they were but it's a matter of too how they present it to you. Herschel saved Carl, and Herschel fought with Rick for a long time. Not wanting him to get off my farm for episodes and episodes.
Right.
And we loved him. We knew we still loved him, even though he kept saying, "Get off my farm," and we don't want you here. But anyway, I always loved Father Gabriel. But Seth is just so kind and so nice and so easy to talk to, and so. Once I get to know somebody, I kind of like gravitate toward that person. So every year I go see him. I don't meet new people. We just go see him.
We were extremely nervous for his podcast.
Yeah.
Just because we had spoken so much about getting that top 10 character on the show, and he was that top 10 character. So going into that week, we did so much homework. We did so much reading.
I watched like 3 or 4 of his movies.
We did, just to be on point and knew, so that way we wouldn't disappoint you guys. That way we wouldn't disappoint him or whatever. But as soon as things started going, like he was, like you said, so easy to talk to.
He's so easy to talk to.
Just kind of rolled with it. Once we started getting him laughing, the whole barrier, like everything, just we were just like, all right, we're on cruise control now.
Yeah.
And that's really like the show. It ended up being probably, I think, one of our best shows we've had. Prior to that, we were really nervous with Sabrina, just because she was probably besides Elizabeth, she was the only other like high profile woman we've had on the show. And, looking at, Sabrina being a writer, a director, all these things, and had pushed her own movie out with her husband and stuff. So we were like, okay, we have to definitely, this is another one of like a game or nothing kind of thing.
What's pretty cool, by the way? When I was at New York Comic Con, the guy that played one of her brothers, Pablo Schreiber, he was at New York Comic Con. I didn't know that until afterwards.
Oh.
And I could have gotten his autograph and been like, hey, you know Sabrina?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But like, I interviewed her.
Yeah. So it's like that, and that's the thing. Like, she came on the show and just like, she's so free and just like lets it fly. Yeah. And like, I was like, all right, this is going to be awesome,
You know who's really hard to interview, but who's the really coolest guy?
Who?
Rooker.
Really?
Yes. He's a really, really cool guy and fun to watch and fun to like go to his panels and everything.
Yeah.
He is right really hard to interview.
That's Chris'
really?
Chris autograph.
Well, Ryan met him at Comic-Con, right?
New York Comic-Con,
yeah. So he got autographs from him and told him like, oh, my buddy, like because I loved his character, even though Merle was a huge asshole.
I love Merle.
But
Merle was so three-dimensional and so fearless.
And that's why, like, towards the end, what? I'm three-dimensional and fearless?
No.
No. Towards the end of, right before he decided to, like, right before he died, he started to change, much like we saw the change in Daryl,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I think, in the end, he kind of like, almost like, because if you haven't seen it, but he was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he gives his life for kind of like the greater cause kind of thing, know? So, he ends up being
and what I loved about it, too, is that they didn't, even though you say he redeemed himself, and oh my gosh, it's actually on right now.
Guardians?
The Rooker, the Walker, it's on the marathon.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't, to me, he didn't completely redeem himself like, I'm just such a great guy now. It was like, he knew this is over. This is what's going to happen.
Right.
And I can do something. And I think he had a teeny bit of like, what's the word? Not ego, but like a little bit of hope. Like maybe I can go and pick out the guy. I mean, I think he still had a little bit of like, I can maybe take him out.
Yeah.
Or I can take out as many guys as I can, almost like Deanna. Like I could take out some of these people too.
Deanna.
And take out some of these people and which I liked, that they didn't just turn him into some big angel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that's not, I mean, he's not.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that of the Walking Dead writers, that they are fearless as far as like they do keep people three-dimensional and keep people where they're not just good or bad. There's all kinds of shades of them.
Mm.
He went there and he didn't think Michonne could pinpoint him as much as she did. She knew, and he didn't fall in love with Michonne either. He was like, I know this chick's got some skills,
right? And
whether I like her or not, I'm sending her back because she can help my brother.
That's true.
She's got some skills, and I'm going to send her back there, and she can help, and maybe I can go do as much as I can, and I'm not going in there thinking I'm a martyr, but I'm going to go in there and do what I can, and see what happens.
Yeah, it's true. That was his end scene, and then Daryl seeing him and having to, have that closure. I think was probably one of the better character outs that they've had, So I think he got to go out in a really spectacular way,
Yeah.
you know, as far as his
And
role
what
goes.
I think funny, and this is probably going to be a really unpopular opinion, but I think very funny. But I think they did it well because it was him and it's Rooker and he's funny.
Yeah.
Like he was a terrible walker. Like I mean, he was too human of a walker.
Right.
Yeah.
But they let him do that because it was fun to see that like push pull with his brother and like you know how he like pushed him.
Yeah.
And
it left a lot of human aspect to it still. Like Daryl wasn't killing a zombie still. He was still killing
his brother.
His brother, yeah.
Right. And like they were pushing like brothers push each other.
Mm-hmm.
Which the zombies would never do that kind of that much pushing, but it was fun to watch, and it was fun, and Daryl put him down pretty fast.
Yeah,
it wasn't like it was. I mean, Daryl knew it is not my brother anymore, but you know, and he was mad at him, and he put him down pretty fast. But it was funny to watch because he was so like unwalker-like.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, we're still
Rooker,
Lucy-less.
when you interview him, I got to interview him. Like we were allowed to ask like 2 or 3 questions or something at the Wizard World. They had a pre-night before where we could go as media.
Yeah.
And I actually was like the last person to interview him because I stood in line last. Because that's me.
Yeah.
So I watched all the other interviews, but like he is like the most evasive and hard. Like you'll ask him a question and he'll just say like no. Or, yeah, or, do you think so? Like, he won't, like, most people will, if you say, like, what would you like to see done here? Or, like, do you think that this, you know, most actors will give you, like, a nice, expansive answer just because they're polite. No, he doesn't do that. He'll be like, no.
What did he say to you? Because Ryan was like, oh, he's like, my friend's like a really big fan of yours or something like that.
Oh, and then I was like, yeah, and he and I do a Walking Dead podcast, and he was kind of like, oh, cool, good stuff. And I'm like,
he's very short.
Yeah.
You can't ask him yes or no questions because you'll get a yes or a no, and that's it.
Yeah, because he went up and he was like, oh, my friend's a really big fan of yours, and he was like, well, at least somebody is, right?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, well, at least somebody is.
I think I asked him. I actually burst into tears when I left the room. I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And I was like, that was a disaster. But I think I asked him who he would want to play himself in the Michael Rooker story. I think I said Merle Rooker because I was so nervous. And he said something like, well, it would have to be made first. And I was like, okay, that's an answer.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what else I asked him, but he said he was like, just like, no.
Yeah, I saw like a poll once where it was like, you know, if you wanted to see a spin-off from the show, what characters would you like to see? And it was Merle and Daryl's like backstory, and that was like one of the bigger.
Oh, he loves that idea.
One of the bigger spin-offs, sure, because I mean you'd get to see more of, you know, I guess their backstory, where they came from and what they went through or whatever prior. But the main thing I'd be interested in is the whole. We talk about the conspiracy theory with Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead, where there's this link between the drug that Daryl has in the bottom of Merle's bag, and it's the blue, what's it called, blue ice or blue sky or whatever,
Blue Sky, I think
from Breaking Bad. It looks just like the meth that they had in Breaking Bad. So there's always been like this link to Breaking Bad with The Walking Dead with that storyline. So I'd kind of like want to see if they ever did a spinoff, if they ever would kind of dive into his drug habits or something like that. And maybe, you know, next thing you know, you see Jesse Pinkman walking into the screen to like give him his drugs or something and be like, there it is. Perfect. There's the link. Because they even talk about Glenn too in the conspiracy, where because
there's one episode of Breaking Bad where they talk about the manager of a car dealership, and his name is Glenn, and I forgot that they used descriptors to explain him. Yeah, and it sounds like Steven, like a description of him. And then in the second or third episode, once Rick finds everybody, Glenn comes from Georgia in a used car. It's a Dodge Charger. He was like a that's when they leave Atlanta, and he's got the horn wire, and it's like wah wah wah, and like he gets to the camp, everyone's like, "Shut that horn off!"
Yeah,
and it's the same car.
But that's like and he got that off a used car lot, and he used to be a car dealer for apparently Ford Dodge.
Yeah.
So it's like there's like a lot of little links there that you just
and
like.
A lot of people say to us like, well, Glenn tells us that he used to be a pizza delivery boy and all this other stuff, and I'm like, but nobody from the group knows who he is.
Yeah.
What they know about Glenn is what he's told them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not his family. It's not his friends pre-Z-Pac. You know what I mean? Like he could easily make up a backstory. It could be very easy for me to sit there and say, "Yeah, I'm an Oscar-winning actor." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not.
You're right. Challenger, Blaine. Sorry, I say Charger just because it's what's in my garage, and I like it better. And he knew the streets really well.
Yeah, he really. Yeah, he did know downtown Atlanta pretty well.
He knew the streets really well. So, the other thing we could talk about too is they're talking about Fear. Now, you said you don't follow Fear.
I did until just a little bit. I watched it until maybe the last 5 episodes.
All right, so
but
now
I know that there's supposed to be a crossover.
Yeah, well, the crossover event that they're talking about between Fear and The Walking Dead.
I'm hoping it's right.
They're saying that the character link, is going to be Abraham.
Yeah, Adam, I saw thinks it's going to be Rosita.
Really? Because I haven't seen anything on that. I've seen a lot of stuff about Abraham being the link in them.
Yeah.
Because apparently there's a lot of talk about going to Texas,
to Houston,
Texas, and that's where obviously I guess he was held up in the grocery store with his family and everything.
Right.
So
and his family could very well still be alive in the current times, right? Even though he in The Walking Dead he's dead, because didn't his family leave him or something because of him killing someone or something?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to. Yeah, they botched, I think, his backstory on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't grip me like it should have in those flashbacks.
Abraham's, yeah, right, with him like killing the people, and then his wife and his
supposedly raped his wife, and then his wife left him or whatever from the camp. Yeah,
then he finds them dead like a little while later. They get eaten.
That's right. They were. Yeah, he did find them as zombies. That's right.
He found them as zombies.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't as gripping as it should have been.
Yeah, it's true. So I mean, maybe if they give it a second shot and they do that, but wait, are they dead? Yeah. Wait, or who dead? Who are we talking about? Who? Twisted Tracers.
That's Tracy.
Oh, it's Tracy.
Yes, she's saying they are dead. Abraham's family is dead.
Yeah, they are dead. All right.
Oh, the family?
Abraham's family, the wife and the kids. After they left, because they ran, because he beat the living daylights out of those guys. Yeah, she flipped out, took the kids and ran, and then he found them eaten by the zombies. He
did find them, his family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they was out in a parking lot or something like that. Yeah. And shortly after is when he found Eugene.
Right. Which that was well done.
Yeah. So I mean,
he's a good master.
Look, I'd be perfectly fine seeing Abraham again and learning a little bit more about maybe if they.
Oh, Abraham would be great
if they do that. I mean, that might help Fear a little bit.
Yeah, it would help Fear.
I think Fear is doing okay though now.
Fear's doing okay. I mean, I think Fear's doing well for itself. For the people who like it, love it.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind it. I still have to watch a little bit of this past season, but I don't hate it. It's good to keep me going as I wait, kind of thing.
I never hated it. I just didn't. I just kind of lost interest when they went to that ranch.
Yeah, it took a lot of time for it to really build up steam.
It never really drew my attention the way Walking did personally. I don't know.
No, I didn't hate it. I think that I think it was good that they did it. They tried something. You always say you have to take risks. No risk, no reward. Yep. That doesn't mean that if you risk, there's going to be a reward. You have to risk, and sometimes
see what happens.
And you have to see what happens. And there are people that love it, so that's good.
I like the first season of it, especially the first couple episodes, where in the first episode you see the initial outbreak, you see the guy on the side of the highway and he's dead, and the paramedics looking at him trying to confirm his death. And the guy just starts biting him in the neck, and you're just everybody's like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" And you're like, "Hey, I know what's going on, but that's pretty cool." Yeah, I like that backstory stuff. I really do.
I think they have, for me, they have a couple of things that just didn't work. I mean, that weren't going for them, and that's the first season. I think two things. One thing that Cudwood said was that they don't have comic material, which made it almost more realistic, because people think The Walking Dead is so realistic, but it's very superhero-like. It's got lots of like over-the-top elements,
action,
like
and
has a big mustache, and you've got very comic booky elements to it. Those characters are very, you don't see people walking around with big katanas and or like tigers, and having people act like they're a king and speaking in weird, I mean, it's very, The Walking Dead is very
theatrical.
Yes, that's a great word.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, it's realistic, but it's very over the top. I'm talking with my hands. But so it had that, but it also had the comic book to rely on. So it stayed with, even though it veers from it, it stayed with it. And I think Fear, because it didn't have a set story, I think I don't know if it was AMC or for whatever reason, when people were saying, where's the zombies, or it's not going fast enough, or it's not going slow enough. I think that they got a little bit where they tried to move with what the fans were saying, and then they got lost a little bit. I kind of liked the story in Mexico. I thought but then I think sometimes when you do things that are too cultural, some people don't like that so much. But because I taught Spanish, I liked the Mexican culture stuff. I liked the Day of the Dead stuff, and the but then because they're just moving around a lot, I think, and they separate a lot. And because they had a big family, I think you're losing a lot of like, and I don't know what, I don't want to spoil things, but I think once you're losing all the family members, you're going to lose everybody, and then you're almost going to have to start over.
I know there's a lot of people here that are saying that Madison should go.
Madison, I can't stand.
See, I think she's one of the better characters. I don't gravitate towards her, but her character reminds me a lot of a power player, kind of like Rick, where, she obviously oversteps her boundaries a lot, and has made a tremendous amount of mistakes. But I think she's one of the better built characters for that type of world.
Well, she'll have to stay. She's the big main person.
Yeah.
But I just don't like her. She just.
Don't worry, you're not alone.
I know that. I just don't like her. She just bugs me.
See, obviously like I think my favorite character, if I were, because that was the main issue, was people not being able to identify with a character. Where on The Walking Dead, you can identify with almost all of them if you wanted to. Yeah.
I like Alicia, I like Strand, and I like Daniel.
Strand and Daniel are my two favorites. And then like Alicia's, I don't know.
I didn't like her. I mean, she was okay at first. I think that she had potential.
At first, and I like Nick. I think Nick is, Nick's personality and his past really carries over to the world that they're in now, because if someone can relate to being a Walking Dead person, it's someone who was addicted to heroin like he was, and has been on the verge of death or had died, I think of once or twice from overdosing or whatever.
Yeah. So, that's what I think I didn't like about Madison. I don't like the way she deals with her children.
Right.
But that's okay.
Yeah. So questions. We got any questions coming up, or is everybody's just talking?
But I think that was answered already.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Steph. Yeah, we answered that a while ago. My bad. Her favorite person is Seth. She loves Seth. What do you got for us? You said you had questions for us?
Let's see. What can I ask you? Who's your favorite community on the of the new communities?
You go first, sweetheart.
I'm sorry. What was that? I was being manhandled.
Do you have a favorite community?
Sanctuary.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep. I'm a huge Savior fan. I'm sorry, I just am.
That's
Like, you know what would be like my ideal community? Like Negan with his right hand woman being Maggie.
Wow.
Thomas and Martha Wayne all over again, Walking Dead style. Let's go.
Christ,
Mine would be the kingdom with Jesus added to it.
How did
I could see that.
He went DC Comics. That's what he did. He went Batman's parents.
No, I didn't.
You did too.
No, because they played his
Say it with a
parents.
straight face.
I did.
Say you didn't do that on purpose.
I did not do that on purpose.
You're a lying sack of shit. Look at him. Liar.
No, because I can't get you straight with the head.
Love the kingdom. I love Morgan. Jesus be added and Father Gabriel's be added.
See, for the longest time, I wanted them to kill Morgan like you wouldn't believe.
I know. Morgan is my favorite too. I'm such an underdog fan.
Yeah, I wanted Morgan dead. I wanted him dead. I'm like, kill that dude, Rick. Just kill him. Like, when they went back and they saw him, obviously he didn't clear. He had lost it. But I was just like, this guy is so far gone. He's not coming back. And then they did that whole, an hour and a half episode on him and everything he went through. I still wasn't a fave. I was like, he's got to go. He's got to go. What? Don't give me that smug face.
That was the best episode ever.
I hated it.
Oh, so good.
I didn't like it at all.
Oh, Eastman was awesome.
It was I couldn't grab it. I was just like
I'm such a sap.
Favorite place. Wow. I want to say that I'd like to have my own place. So I'd kind of want to be like a Team Gavin where I have my own little.
He'd be like Negan. Don't let him fool you.
I don't want Sanctuary. I don't want anything like that. I want my own outpost. I want my place. I don't want to be like I live at Negan's house. I live at my fucking house.
No, I said you'd be like Negan.
I'd be like Rick with a sprinkle of Negan or a heavy dashing.
Yeah. We're getting on the right track now.
Look, I wouldn't be. I would probably ask questions just like Rick does, okay, to everyone I met. But
how many people have you killed? How many walkers have you killed?
I might not even care about how many people you killed because in that world, what difference does it make who you've killed?
It makes a big difference. Is he going to slit your throat in your sleep?
Well, either you tell me you have or you didn't. I'm still going to believe what the fuck I want anyway. I mean, I'm not going to believe you no matter what. I'm not going to be like, oh, so you've only killed 20 people. All right, cool. I'll believe that. No, I'm not going to believe that. I'm not going to believe anything you tell me until you prove yourself.
Can I amend my answer a little bit?
No,
because I think I have an even better answer that still kind of, I wish I could be part of Sanctuary, but I would like to be part of Team Gavin.
No, you can't be with my team.
Why not?
I was where tell him you can't
You're part of the team. You're on your own.
I said team,
thank you. Thank you, Susie.
Like Thank Gavin,
you.
I would like.
You said
to be,
like Gavin.
Yeah.
I would like to be part of Team Gavin. I would.
So you want to be your own man? You want to be somebody else's man?
I'm not a leader.
Wow. How dare you?
How dare I what?
I don't know.
Just because I'm a shift supervisor does not make me a leader. Trust me.
Chrisland. Thank you, Tiff. We're gonna call it Chrisland, where everyone can come and I'll beat the shit out of you. You'll have to play King of the Mountain with me. And if you can win, you can get in. Win and you're in. Come on. King of the Mountain. We're going to film that. What do you think, Suze?
I think it'd be a blockbuster.
We're going to film me and Ryan fighting for King of the Mountain.
No.
I like it. I think it'll be golden.
I'd go for all the cheap shots. Anyways.
Linda says that she is just like me. So thank you, Linda. At least I have some support, unlike my friend Ryan. No, you shit on me.
How did I shit on you?
Because you did. The things you said to me were hurtful.
What did I say that was hurtful?
You were like, you're like Negan. Blah,
Let's
blah,
talk
blah,
about
blah.
the fact that
Number
I have
one.
bruises
Hold on.
from where you punched me today.
2 weeks in a row. Who the fuck gave us a thumb down? Just man up and tell us. I won't be mad. I just want to know. Come out and just be like, you did it. Because then I could be like, all right, cool. But what the I think they're doing it on.
One?
I think they're doing it on
It's just
purpose. I think they're
It's
doing
just
it
one?
on. I think this is being done on purpose, just because they know it tweaks my
Just
fucking
to
ass.
mess with you.
Yeah,
Tweaks
it
his
fucking
asshole.
tweaks my balls, and I know like they're doing it on purpose.
That just tickles my balls.
It just tickles my balls. What are you most hoping will happen? All right, so here you go. Here's a question for you
From Marissa.
from Marissa. She says, "What are you most hoping will happen this season?" You go first.
Okay. I'm not good at speculating.
Hi, Kat.
I'm not. But I'll
Son of a bitch! It was you. Go ahead.
There, I just liked ours. I liked our own video.
Now
You
we
happy?
got 2. See, now people are definitely fucking with us.
It went from it went from 2 thumbs down back to
All right.
1 thumbs down up to 14
Yeah.
instead of.
I'll tell you what. I'll solve this right now. For the person who is playing or being serious or giving us the thumbs down, there you go.
there you go.
There's my one up for you.
Sit on it and spin.
I'm hoping that we see some cool walkers.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Ryan, you farted. Go ahead.
What?
Because
Cool.
I last season was pretty weak
I
on
wish
the
I did.
walkers.
I'll agree
And
with that.
that they do some interesting things. I was thinking today, I wonder if there will ever be a time when like the walkers throw a wrench into things where like people who don't like each other have to work together in order to survive because there are walkers there and they have to live. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are walkers attacking them,
Mm-hmm.
almost like Negan had to kill the walkers that were with Rick,
Right.
like to save him from that one that he was hanging on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Like that there's, maybe they're fighting each other, but then there's walkers, so then they all have to kill the walkers because
I got you. Because it's got to be a group effort in order to kill each other. You got to kill the walkers.
right.
Okay.
But I hope there's some cool walkers. I hope that see, I hope for stupid things because I don't speculate on plot because it's never going to be what I think it's going to be, and so I just let it happen. I want Ezekiel to. Someone said something weird, or there's lots of thumbs down.
No, you're good.
I want Ezekiel to say some cool ass vocabulary words and some cool lines because I love him.
Yeah.
Like Alexandria will not fall, not on this day.
Yeah.
Or capricious malevolence. Something cool. I love him.
He's such a good
Love-
actor, though.
He really is.
Love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want Morgan and Rick to connect in some way, even if it's small. Because I don't know if you guys know. Did you notice the nod in the finale?
Yeah.
That was epic.
Oh yeah,
And
when
epic.
Morgan killed the one guy
Just yes.
Yeah.
and
just-
they nodded to each other.
Just that he showed up.
Yeah.
And that he was there and I'm part of this. And because I could go on forever and ever and ever about the all life is precious and how people hate Morgan and
Yes.
I can defend him, but I won't. Because I love Morgan. Love Morgan.
I want to ship Ezekiel and Carol.
That would work okay for me. That'd be fine. If they're just friends, that's fine too. But that's okay. That's good. That's enough. You can go out. You can tell. You can do what you guys think now.
Okay. I think that the 2 thumbs down that we have right now can both kiss my ass. I have a cheek for each of you. So enjoy kissing each cheek. We have 16 people watching and we have 15 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down. So, like I said, I got a cheek for each of your freaking mouths to kiss my ass. I personally, I think what I want or what I'm speculating is I kind of like hoping with the comics that we do see a Carol Ezekiel thing develop, even though I know it was Michonne and Ezekiel in the comics, but obviously
It's not gonna happen. Yeah.
it's not going to happen. So yeah, Carol's replacing her role, I think, as far as the comics go. So I'd like to see that happen. Oh, thanks, Kitty. Really? Okay, I appreciate that. At least at least Kat came forward and said he was one of the thumbs downs.
Is it Cat?
It is Kat, yeah.
We are on the list.
Yeah,
so
well,
it was to be expected.
we're on the hit list or whatever he calls it. Yeah, so, that's okay. It's okay, Chris. It's all right. I'll get you on Twitter.
Who's Chris?
It's Kat.
Okay.
It's Kat, yeah.
I didn't follow that.
So, obviously, I don't want to see a lot of main characters die. I know they're going to, but I'm thinking the main characters that'll probably lose in 8, overall through 8.
Who do you think the first person in the season? Because apparently there's going to be a lot of death in this season. That's what I keep hearing from people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Obviously,
there's so many characters now. There could be a lot that it's still not main characters.
Unfortunately, I think every savior that we possibly know is wiped out.
I think the first main character to go this season, and Jeannie asked this question, I think it's going to be Rosita.
I think it's.
I hate to say that, but it's like she's acting on borrowed time.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
You know what I mean? I've actually grown to like Rosita's character,
which is
towards the end of the season.
And last year, I had to defend her.
No, you did.
Everybody hated her.
And I'll admit that. I truly hated her.
Yeah. But I went to bat for her last season, and everyone's like, kill her, fuck her, blah, 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 this and that. And I was like, okay, but you can all hate. You can hate on her, but I'm holding on with Rosita. So now I got you. You're on my side a little bit.
She showed me something towards the end of the season, so okay. I'm okay with it.
Okay. All right. That's cool. So yeah, but okay, so then I'll ride with Rosita, Gregory.
Lots of garbage people.
Yeah.
Yeah, a ton of, like saviors, obviously, a ton of background people that we see in Alexandria.
I think Dwight's on borrowed time also.
Eric? I wonder if Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jeremy, Andy, I think Jeremy I think he'll die. Here's the thing, if you don't follow the comic and you know that that's a direction they're going in, right after the war is when Alpha...
Yeah, I don't know the comic at all.
Right after the war is where Alpha steps in with the Whisperers.
Whisperers, okay.
And the Whisperers is the group of people who wear the zombie skin and walk. They literally walk with the hordes of zombies, and they communicate through whispering so the zombies don't hear them. So that's going to come into play. Ezekiel's going to die at the end. There's going to be so much. I mean, we all know Shiva dies.
Yep. I think that Negan, like we both speculated because of the comics, I think that Negan's not going to die. I think he's going to get locked up in that pretty little cage that they made it in the bottom of the house where they're
he's
keeping
getting locked up in Morgan's jail cell.
Yep.
He gets locked up.
Oh, Ezekiel and Shiva.
Yeah. I mean, there's so. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that's really cool. That if you go by the comics, the Whisperers outline their territory. They outline their territory with spikes. With the people that they've killed, their heads are on the spikes.
I've seen pictures of that. So
you see Rosita's head, you see Ezekiel's head.
Yeah, Carol died in the comics too, right?
Yeah,
she's not alive currently.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
No, because Tiff asked.
Yeah. The one who's still alive, who is dead now, would be Andrea. Andrea's
and her and Rick were.
They are.
Yeah,
but they replaced Andrea with Michonne, and then they took Michonne, who was supposed to be Ezekiel, and made that Carol.
Because Carol's dead, so technically...
There you go. Yeah. So they had to fill gaps.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Linda. Linda's mad because I'm breaking your heart by telling you all these people. I didn't do it on purpose.
But then again, this is just predictions based off the comics. As we've seen, they've veered from the comics multiple times.
People are gonna die.
Yeah.
So it's true, Adam. You're very, very true statement. TV they have changed a lot of the storylines as far as compared to the comics. I don't think that they can change too many of the deaths though moving forward, because once you get to a certain point and you get into the Whisperer War, I don't know how many characters you can force feed into that. I mean, maybe,
I know.
I'm not saying, hey, listen, I'm not saying it can't happen, but I think it would be a really far push to really start to force feed too many main characters into something where now you're really rewriting a bunch of stuff, and you're really, you're force feeding it instead of just letting what's supposed to happen happen.
Yeah.
So, but it's true, Adam. It's very true. I agree.
I will still say though that, and unfortunately we all know what's going to happen because every show has its end. That when The Walking Dead ends, I truly, truly hope
there's spin-offs everywhere.
That too, but that Rick wakes up in the hospital bed that he started out in.
No,
you want him to,
but as soon as he does, he hears like a zombie snarling and banging on his door, and then it just cuts to black.
And that's the end.
Yes, and that makes you think like, holy shit, like he was dreaming this. But it could also be what's going to happen because it would just kind of be like a mind fuck. And that's what I would want is like some like weird coma vision of him doing this.
Hold on, this is what Gay said. Gay says Shiva will be in season 2 of Midnight Texas and fall in love with the were-tiger. Like, you know what, Gay? Thank you. I hope so. I hope everyone finds love in the apocalypse and
bye, Steph.
Stuff's
getting off.
Steph, love you. Bye. Thank you. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, Carl's not dying. We're everyone's obviously chiming in and stuff. Carl's not dying for a while.
Daryl won't die.
Yeah, I think
Daryl needed to die in the clearing, but that's beside the point.
You probably just insulted everyone. You know what? I love
Daryl, but that would have been the more fearless thing to do, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what kind of ending you could give Daryl.
That's why it's going to be difficult to give him an ending, so that would have been the place to end it.
Yeah, like
it would have to be badass. Like he'd have to take himself out while taking out like a shit ton of saviors or something. That would have been
the place to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
was the clearing.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like how grandiose are you going to make his exit? Like what, he's rocket launcher riding a motorcycle with an Uzi on the other. Like I mean, come on, you can't make him Superman. Like how. He's gonna take out a horde or something. I don't know.
Like his like
a
grenade toss down the tank barrel.
Yeah, like
RPG to the lake filled with gasoline.
Yeah, they should have taken him out instead of Glenn, instead of Abraham, or in addition to Glenn and Abraham.
Right.
I don't know if I want to say this. We might lose a shit ton of followers on Twitter.
They should have taken him out in the cell when he was escaping and Negan did a fake out. They should have taken him out there.
Wow, you think so?
I would probably prefer to keep Abraham
over
Daryl.
I would too. Ooh. The only thing is that Negan probably would have taken out Abraham because he's such a force. But
yeah,
I would have. But I think, and I love Daryl. I don't hate Daryl.
I don't either. I like his character, but I want him to go out in a badass way.
He wasn't going to take out Daryl though, because Daryl was weak and not 100% and whatever. And he saw Daryl as being able to turn into one of his pawns, where Abraham was a defiant asshole that he was.
That and Negan's got a man crush on him.
I mean,
I've got to get my Daryl back.
But I mean, if you're going to take out Daryl as far as a character and as far as the audience, like waiting or wondering, and you're going to do it like you said, how are you going to do it in a spectacular, surprising way? That would have been the time to do it and shock people.
I have to inform you
that everybody is hating me.
That Kat just said you're back on the list.
Oh, I'm always on the list.
I see, Chris. I don't see it as being a bad thing on the list. Actually.
Oh, don't say that. That's his worst thing. Is like it's not a good thing. Why do you want to be on the list?
Oh, really? Because I like being posterized and shown everywhere.
You like being the center of attention.
It's like, oh look, there's Beast Mode again. Hey,
you're an attention whore.
Chris and Ryan are on. If we're gonna get it, why not? He's giving us free publicity.
Or I hope that they take him out. If they do take him out, they do it in
just saying. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
But what too was weird is that I think at this point, people think that everybody has to be taken out in some kind of really spectacular way.
Right.
And maybe some people can be taken out in an ordinary way, I mean, I think they should give them something respectful,
Right.
but they don't have to be. It doesn't have to be so huge. Like I think Tyrese had a whole episode, but
Yeah.
I mean, Tyrese was just bitten.
Well, that's what I think you should start worrying is when you see someone like Daryl and all of a sudden he gets a show to himself.
Yeah.
And it's just a show about Daryl kind of thing. And they almost had that where he woke up on the ground next to the motorcycle after, because the burning in the woods and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just him and Daryl's wife and Jesus Christ. Dwight and Dwight's wife. And, they...
You think that she's going to show up this season as a walker? Dwight's wife?
Oh.
Because I thought about that.
They might toss her in like they did with Clara that one time.
What I think is... I thought about this in detail, especially when I was going back, and I just recently rewatched all of Season 7. I just kind of binge-watched it just to kind of pick up on certain things that I didn't. I really think that Dwight's wife is going to turn into a walker. If she is still alive, Negan's going to come across her at some point and make her a walker, and then he's going to put her on the fence as like a big fuck you to Dwight because Dwight lied to him, and now Negan lost one of his only doctor, except for Dr. Carson's brother from Hilltop. But I really think that Negan's going to be like, fuck you, you lied to me, this is what happens to you, your wife is now a walker, and she's on the fence, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Yeah, and Adam says...
It's so funny that you guys go into such detail of what you think might happen, and I think, when I do that, I think, I can't go into that much detail, because it's never going to happen the way I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm completely happy making this stuff,
But I think it's great that you can do that.
Adam says that Sherry does return in the comics, and... Tracy? Is that who that is? Tracy? Twisted Tracy?
Yeah, that's Tracy.
Says she has another show, so, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if they do put her on the fence, they will probably, put some, did he call it? Molten metal.
Molten metal shit, yeah.
So she wouldn't have to be the actor there every time.
Right. Oh, that's true. They could do that. That's very true.
So they would really only probably have to bring her back for like a single episode, and then they could just use her image and.
Susie just beat you to that guy about pouring the hot metal on her.
Yeah, put some molten metal on her, and then they just put any dummy underneath her or another walker.
Yeah, they could pretty much just make her a prop.
Yep. Right.
And when you think about it too, Negan's thing is that he's not all about physical violence. While he does like that, he much more prefers the mind fuck aspect of everything.
Yeah.
So, someone fucks you over in one of the worst ways possible, what Dwight did in Season 7, by lying to him outright like that, what's the best way to get to him? His wife.
Yeah, mentally play with him.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Especially because his betrayal of Negan really shows that he still loves his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Or his ex-wife,
Yeah.
What do you think about Eugene? Where do you think Eugene's going to go?
I think he's one of the other guys that we didn't get to that dies very quickly.
I think that he is in Sanctuary to sabotage. I think he's biding his time. I think that he's going to try to take down Negan's defenses at some point in a coordination effort with Rick and the Alliance, as I call them. I
used to believe that. I used to say Eugene is there because he wants to redeem himself for all his fuck-ups and failures. But you roll up to Alexandria with your microphone talking all this shit.
I think he had to, though. I don't think he had any other option.
I don't care.
I'm not defending him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Because we all know. Hold on.
She just said you were.
I mean,
I'm not.
How are you not defending him? You're saying what I'm saying is a no. You're defending him.
No, I'm just saying that things might not be as they appear.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm saying Eugene's a god. Like everything he's doing is right.
I thought that too. But now, after everything that's taken place, I don't think that anymore. I think he's found himself a nice, cozy place where people like him and rely on him, and Negan's given him all this power. I think he's turned scumbag.
I think he's more like Dwight. I think he's neither nor. I think he likes the comfort.
Oh, he is Negan though.
But so the Dwight would say he's Negan. Dwight used to say he was Negan too, and Dwight went back with the motorcycle and with Sherry because he knew there was really no other option for him, and it was safer and it was better than being dead.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he knows that it's better than being dead. And I think Dwight and Negan, I think that's why they put Dwight and Eugene on that stairs, that platform together.
Yeah.
And had that little dialogue of like, you're Negan, right? I'm Negan. And you're like,
right.
Yeah, we're both Negan, but we're not really Negan. We're just, that's what we have to say because that's where we are. And
right.
that's what this is all about. So I don't think he's planning any sabotage. I don't think he's figuring out any plans and he's conspiring or doing anything like that. I think he's comfortable there,
mm-hmm.
and he's fine and he's happy there, and he's just feeling safe and fine.
Right.
That's why he didn't go back with Sasha and Rosita, because that's then you're having people that make, Rosita is mean to him.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. He's at a place where he has power and people have to respect him.
And Rosita is mean to him in her own way, and I feel sorry for Rosita because she loves him, and she's mean to him because she wants him to step up, and she wants him to, and she loves him, and she doesn't want him to die. That's why she's mean to him. But he doesn't know that, and he doesn't feel that. All he feels is you're just emasculating me and making me feel like a jerk, right. And you're not taking, you're making me do things I don't want to do, and you're being selfish.
Yeah.
So he doesn't feel that. He doesn't feel the love from her, even though that's what she's giving.
Does anybody think he underpowered that bullet like I do?
No.
Because that bullet should have split that bat into 1,000 pieces of toothpicks.
Especially at that close of a range.
Especially at that close. I think he underpowered that round.
Oh, that's...
So he didn't put as much gunpowder in it, and that way it didn't have much of a oomph.
Yep.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yep.
I never thought of that.
I mean, yeah, because, let's face it. I've seen a bullet hit...
What purpose would that serve for him to do that?
It was a big fuck you to her.
Yeah.
Because she basically called... They had just gotten into an argument, and she basically called him a coward and says that...
Night, Blaine.
Said that he's, I forgot how she said it, but basically just called him a coward.
Yeah.
And basically blamed him for the deaths of some people, including Abraham. And, and he went from this guy who was, like, sobbing upset to, like, okay, I'll do it for you. That actually really makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would he be okay with it, with what just happened, if he had his revenge on her? And if he planned that could have been...
Yeah, Adam says he doesn't believe that he did it on purpose, although it is an interesting theory, which is that's all it is for me. It's just a theory, that
because then it would get her killed if would he want her to be?
I mean, she's not dead because when he, obviously, when he had a rat had her on the ground, and he gives her.
But if Eugene thought, well, if she shoots a person and it's going to be less damaging to the person, is that what would his intentions be of underpowering it?
Not kill. I guess maybe not starting the war, maybe not killing anybody, maybe just injuring someone and not starting the war. I don't know. But he did get someone killed. It would have been Negan, I believe, or it would have had a better chance to be Negan and maybe end the war. Instead, you get Olivia killed.
Right.
So, I don't know. What do we got? Tell Susie she gets Oscar says, guys, what's up? Tell Susie she gets on my nerves.
Gets on my nerves. I live on his nerves.
What's up, Oscar? Thanks for joining. Even though you're here mad late, bro. We're like about to peace out soon, But we get it. Work and all that stuff. It's okay. You're forgiven and we love you. So, Susie, if you want, we'll let you go, so that way you can watch the, whatever we decide to do for the next few minutes, and then you can sign off and enjoy yourself and relax.
I've been enjoying myself.
Yeah, good. I'm happy you stuck around for us for over an hour. That was very nice of you to like sit here and just talk shit and hang out. Everyone's enjoyed it. You know, everyone's had a. Who are you
I
talking
hope
to?
so. They're not like, who is that? Why is she in there?
No.
Michelle.
She's not famous.
Yeah, seriously. Really? Long day at work?
I said long day. I said work.
Long
Then my
day,
cousin's
work.
wake.
Okay.
Then the
okay.
podcast.
All right. I just saw a long day work. I was about to give you a hot one.
He's not famous. Why is she there?
You are famous because you've been given credit for bringing earlier in the show. I meant to tell you this, but you were giving credit by more than half the people in watching that you were the single person who brought all of us together. So there it is. I finally got it out. I got to actually say it. Only one. So Donna's here. Donna, what up? Oh my God. All right, so we'll let you go.
How do I do it? Just X up at the top?
Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll see you. We'll see you on the other side now.
Okay.
See you on the
Good night,
flip
sirs.
side.
Good night.
Thank you. Oh, don't you? I'll give you a rating, all right. Fucking Skype. All right, people. So, what's going on?
Left click, not right click.
Shh. Silence.
There's a reason why I'm the tech guy.
Not had any. Yeah. What do you like?
Where are you, Donna?
Donna, like
You're in the boonies?
we need to do this, or
we need to talk.
We need to do that. You know, you've been MIA.
We miss you.
Like, yeah, what the hell? Wait, what? She got Jason to tell us who blame us. Oh, of course, Susie's. Should I thumbs down? You know what? Go ahead, Suze. Just go ahead and ruin my night even more.
He's very sensitive about that. Okay.
I'm going to look. I feel like what's his name right now from I'll Find You movie. Leslie Nielsen, but no,
Liam
not
Neeson.
Leslie Nielsen. Liam Neeson.
Leslie Nielsen.
I feel like
Is Liam Neeson's cousin, like
Yeah.
your John Channel, Juan Channel?
I feel like Liam Nelson's. Wow, I feel like his cousin Leslie. I will find you, thumbs down, and when I do, you won't like it.
We got a thumbs up.
Because I'm gonna permanently bend your thumb up your ass. So I think I know who it is. And if you think like you're cool by doing what you're doing, that's okay. We get it. You can be mad at us.
I'll take one thumbs down any day because we've got 17 thumbs up.
We know who the thumbs down is, though.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Especially because we know more than you think we know.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
And it's sad that after a couple of weeks, this is still going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yep. Yeah, and I know that there's some.
I
people,
won't mention names because I'm not that kind of person.
No, we're not doing names, but we both know who it is, and
I think there's multiple people in this chat who probably know who it is as well.
There is.
But
there is.
Just saying.
I'll put it to you this way: when we have Mr. Xander Berkeley on,
oh, that'll be a good test.
We'll know. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
We'll know.
Especially because this person has outrightly spoken against Xander Berkeley.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
Right. So we'll know.
It's okay. Just another keyboard warrior. It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I said,
we don't let haters get to us.
Take that thumbs down and you can turn it around.
Up your ass.
Thank you.
Yes, Debs. Yes.
Yes. Yes, Debs. Yes.
Oscar, it was here before you were.
Yeah, Oscar. Come on, guy. You can't. It wasn't you. We heart you.
Watch now. After we say this and it catches up, we're gonna get a second thumbs down.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just proving a point. So yeah, okay. So we'll give you guys some updates on what's going on with Beast Mode in the next couple of weeks. The people that we're currently tracking down and trying to get on the show, or who will hopefully be on our show in the next few weeks coming up in November. We have Joshua Mikel, 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 Joshua Mikel, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Joshua will be here from Gavin's group. Obviously, Xander. We're working on getting Xander. Xander said sometime in November. Don't have a date yet, but sometime in November. Joshua, I don't have a date yet either, but we'll have that. Jeremy Palco, we're going to have. Jeremy was supposed to be here tonight. Ran into some issues because he's traveling. So we're working on Jeremy. And then who else? Who was it? Did we have another person?
Well, we have the warehouse next week, right?
Yeah.
Or the warehouse next week.
I'm thinking of the people we have coming up. Oh, thanks to Sabrina.
Yes.
Big shout out to Sabrina. She is has us in contact with two people from the show. One is I want to make sure I have their names right. One is Carrie Cahill, and the other one is Nicole Barr. One is from Oceanside, and Nicole Barr is from Oceanside.
Yep.
And
Carrie is Diane from the Kingdom.
Yeah, Carrie is Diane from the Kingdom. So we're in works and having both of them on the show as well.
Yep. We have another possible surprise guest for November.
You do? I'm not sure. Yes, Gay, you're right. I have reached out, Gay. I have reached out.
Don't worry, Gay. I got you because I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about, but I reached out and I'm just waiting for something back. I haven't gotten anything back yet, so maybe I'll knock on the door again and we'll go there. I don't want to say anything yet because if it doesn't happen, that's whatever. We know that she's a very, very busy person. So yeah, we're working though. We're trying to hammer out as many people as we can for you guys, so we have something for you all the time. Sure, Adam, you could be our guest next week, no problem. Next week, we're going to be coming to you live from the warehouse, which is a place that some of you might have heard us talk about, maybe if you've been with us for a while or not. But it's a business that the owner is a huge zombie genre man.
Yep.
Movies, TV shows, actors, you name it, everything. Old school, new school, you name it. So we're going to be live from his restaurant next week, and we're going to be with him. And believe me, you guys won't be disappointed.
No.
Dan is a wealth of knowledge, and he has met so many people. And he's just a really, really cool, great guy. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy that, and that'll be fun. So until next week, we'll set up the link way ahead of time this time, and not 30 minutes prior.
I had a lot going on, okay? You're
sorry. Forgiven. You're forgiven.
I'm sorry.
But we'll get the link up and all that stuff, and so that way you guys are ready for next week to join in and all that stuff. I mean, I might. It'll be Wednesday, so Whiskey Wednesday. I'll do it for Gay.
Except my Whiskey Wednesday would be like a beer Wednesday. I don't shoot whiskey.
I might not surprise.
I almost died from drinking whiskey in high school, okay?
It's okay. So thank you, everybody. Really appreciate you guys hanging out like usual, giving us, some time out of your lives to come chill with us.
Like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. For giving us like half a day. That's
Thank
cool.
you to Susie for sticking out with us for so long.
Yeah, especially Linda too. You're over in France. Some of you guys hang out with us until whatever time in the morning.
Hour, yeah.
Yeah, love it. Thank you so much. And please, please, please let us know if you have not received your T-shirt yet.
Yep.
DM us. Let us know. We can start tracking down and seeing what the hell happened with these things. If we can't figure out by week's end, we'll get into like Monday or Tuesday of next week. And then we'll just reship if we have to, because we want to make sure you guys get your stuff. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Later, guys.
Love you guys. Be safe out there, and stay happy. Later.
Peace.